Yo, it's JSF here. So today, I'm gonna do the video that I've been thinking about doing for a while. Basically just going over every change that I would make to this game. I've had a couple people ask me to make it, and then I just straight up asked because I was like, let's see what the people think. You know, I want the content to be things people want to see. So it seemed like, it seems like this might be a worthwhile video because I always say there are things that I want to change, things that I think need to be fixed, just things that I don't like about this game. I do like the game itself. It looks great. Mortal Kombat's one of the best IPs in video games. It's got a cool story mode. It's got a lot of cool shit going about it, but I think it's not what it could be, right? And the changes I want to make to this game only fall into two categories. One, the combat, the actual fighting, the punching, the kicking, the jumping, the throwing, this actual aspect of it, and then the online aspect of it. Those are the only two aspects that I'm talking about changing in this video. Yeah, pretty much that's about it, but I'm gonna just go over everything, and this video might be long, might be short, and I am gonna forget things. Even though they're my ideas, they jump in and out of my brain at all times. I tried to make a list, but I'm a human being, I am a human male, and thus I will forget some things. That's just kind of part of the territory. I've been updating my list so recent as 2 minutes ago, so I hope I got everything. And again, if y'all have any suggestions or things y'all think y'all would change or y'all disagree with, leave a comment, let me know. Like if you like the video, subscribe if you like the content. I make videos like this. I put out videos every day. I could use some more subs. But anyway, let's get to the list. And this is in no specific order of importance, but let's just talk about things that I would change. So first off, here's the first thing that I would change about this game. If you can see to the right of the screen there, it said punish. So he hit me, right? And I did breakaway at the right time and I got a full combo punish, right? Now, for those of you who know Spawn and know I play Spawn, you may think, oh, it's just that one string. Just, you know, for that one string, you just gotta be worried about it. Nah, it's not. Why am I never allowed to? As you can see, that also says punish. So when Spawn does combos, if I go to end the combo in the optimal manner, which would be this restand, or even if I start a combo with this, I'm susceptible to being full combo punished or just giving up the damage. And that should not exist. That should never be in the game. Plus, you should never be punished for landing a hit in a fighting game, ever. So, that's breakaway for one is the first thing. Breakaway needs to be changed. Now, how do you change breakaway? Breakaway is a new feature. It's a new mechanic. It didn't exist in other fighting games, right? Breakaway was not in MKX. It wasn't in Injustice. How do you fix it? Now, they added armor breakers to the game. In the way they talked about it, said, oh, this makes breakaway really dangerous because characters can armor break you now. Armor breakers are a fucking joke, and NetherRealm should be ashamed for putting that in the game. They sold us a fucking lie. They sold us a bill of lies. That's what it is. Armor breakers are useless for most characters. There are some characters who have really good armor breakers, like Jade and Kung Lao, who didn't need to be buffed at all. And then other characters like Frost and Sonya, who have useless armor breakers, or mostly useless armor breakers. Like Johnny Cage, he has a useless armor breaker, right? So how you fix breakaway? There's two ways. One, you give more recovery to breakaway. Matter of fact, breakaway should be unsafe if anything. If anything, breaking out of a combo for free, you should be punishable before your plus, right? I'm not saying you have to be punishable for it, but I would much rather like the mechanic as being punishable than being plus, or being so plus that you can punish them. That doesn't make any sense. So you add a ton more recovery to it. And the funny thing is, NetherRealm, if you just look at your last fucking game, Look at Injustice 2, it had a mechanic just like this, where you could tech out of combos, costing 2 bars, but it was unsafe, right? 9 times out of 10, it was unsafe. You could tech up or tech back, and if you tech up, sometimes you can still get punished. If you tech back sometimes, and they read it, you can still get punished, right? And it was fine. Nobody, like, I'm sure there were some small complaints about it, but nobody thought it was the worst mechanic in the world, right? I agree with combo breakers being in the game, but they need to be balanced. You should not get a free combo for doing the combo breaker. Like, that's the other way. That is the other method of fixing the problem. You have breakers like MKX had, like MK9 had, where you're in the middle of a combo, boom, they break out, it resets neutral. Knocks me back to about here, and then you're getting back up, cool. Now neutral's reset like this. That is fine. There was nothing wrong with that. That didn't need to be changed. It didn't need to be fixed or whatever. You can put breaker in this game and make it cost 2 bars as defensive meter. I guarantee you everybody would be happy with that change. So one of those two is the first change that I would make to this game. Honestly, for me, I would prefer breakers like they used to be, where they reset neutral. But I would honestly take just making breakaway more negative. Make this shit. He should be like. He should fall slower. Like he should fall, or he should be on the ground, unable to move for longer. However you want to do it. If it was a different animation where they flip out instead of just falling down, however you want to do it, just change that shit. The mechanic is awful. It's fucking terrible. Now, what else we got? Oh man. Pokes. We gonna have a whole little segment about pokes, and I'm sorry if this video is long, but we're gonna have a whole little segment about pokes. As you can see, this down 3 is 8 frames and -5. Got a good amount of little pushback. Not the best down 3 in the world. Down 1's alright. 7 frames -4. If you go to this guy over here. Oh wait, he's not blocking. We'll get everybody to block. 7 frames -4, same thing. Not 9 frames about -5, not the same thing. Now, first thing I would do, everybody's down 1 would be 7 frames, just across the board, because there's no reason it shouldn't be. Everybody's down 1 can be 7 frames. Just do that. Just universalize it. Everybody's down 3, whatever I would probably make 9 frames, whatever, right? Whatever. Make it a little bit universal. Everybody gets a low down 3, whatever. Now, all of these pokes, they have a little bit of pushback, right? You would not, like, you increase the pushback a little bit, right? You see this? You see I can do this 1, 2, 3 times? No. Increase the pushback a little bit to where you can only do that twice. Increase the pushback slightly and make them all -7. Make them all -7. Make this down 1, make it -7 on block. And increase the pushback slightly, so you can't do it 3 times in a row on block. It will whiff and you will get punished for it. That is the first change that I will make to pokes. I will make them all -7. This is just to discourage people from mashing. It's to use, the button is still gonna be your fastest button, right? Your down 1's still gonna be 7 frames. I'm getting rid of 6 frame down 1s. I'm getting rid of 8 frame down 1s. Fuck that. Everybody gets a 7 frame down 1. And this is fine, right? I mean, not mashing down 1 is fine. I'm saying doing down 1 if your opponent is gonna just keep mashing buttons and strings and blah blah blah. You want to get your turn in? Fine, yeah. Get your down 1 in, and every down 1 should be like what's Noob Saibot's on hit? I know what Spawn is, but what's Noob's? 11? Nah. Every down 1 should be like -15 on hit. I mean, +15 on hit. Plus, God, not minus. It's like -15 on hit. Boom. Jails into whatever. Actually, no. We'll leave it like that. It's fine. That doesn't need to change. That's fine. Make them all, because if you look at Spawn's down 1. Whoa, what did I just do? Frame data. If you look at Spawn's down 1, right? This is an example. Boom. +15 on hit. Jails into whatever high you want to do. That's fine. All down 1 should be +15 on hit. Totally fine, totally good with that. You can do a poke, jail to a high. Great, totally don't care. But on block, if your poke is blocked, if your down 1 or down 3 is blocked. Same goes with down 4s, honestly. If your down 4 is blocked, well, down 4s on block. Down 4s will have to be a little bit different. Down 4s should be less pushback, honestly. Down fours with less pushback and more unsafe. Because they're special cancelable anyway. So it doesn't really matter that they're unsafe. You just wouldn't be able to just do down four, right? Like certain characters like Aaron Black's down four can be neutral on block. It's stupid. Make that shit -8. You see that spawns is always -8? Make every down four -8. Can do a tiny bit of pushback, maybe, but it'll be -8. That'll be the end of that. A -8? No, make it like -9, -10. We'll do that. We'll make that a little more minus. Next thing. Pokes, right? Hold on 1 second. Let me show this before I say it because I want to make it make sense. And actually, let me make sure I'm getting everything on my list. Fuck. Okay, cool. So, we're gonna record this man here. Noob Cybot. And I've talked about this specifically in some other videos. If you don't know, spawns forward to there is a mid, and it just got low profile, right? Also, this is a high, but gets low profile, right? We get rid of this. You are no longer able to low profile. You are no longer able to low profile mids at all, right? Mids are true mids. Mids are true fucking mids. True fucking mids. Honestly, I think if you're pressing a button, you should get hit by a high, honestly. Just because you're mashing. I think you should still get hit because you're not neutral ducking, right? You're not making a read. You're literally mashing. I think highs should still hit you. Like I do. And I know people are probably gonna disagree with that. Like, no, I'm doing a low button, I shouldn't get hit by a high. Here's what I think. I think if you're doing a low poke, down 1, down 3, down 4, hell, even down 2. These are all low, they're ducking attacks, right? If you're doing a ducking attack, you should not be able to be thrown because the way to beat throws is to duck in down 2. That's it, throw, crush, and blow, or just duck into a low move. Now, if here's the dumbest thing in the fucking world. Do I still have it? Yes. We gonna get this right. Fuck. Look at that. You see that? It's hard to see. It's really hard to fucking illustrate. Damn. You see that? See that? That last time is perfect. If you can't see that, slow it down and rewind it. Basically, what I'm trying to show you is, in this game, throws are true mids. Throws are high. They are high. They are high. You can duck them. We know this. But they are the only true mids in the game, meaning you cannot low profile a throw. Now, it's 10 frames and it's not that active, but if I'm in throw range and you're doing this shit, I can grab you. Like, even the characters like Sonya who have the super low down threes, I can grab you out of that animation. That's stupid. That shit needs to go. If I'm doing a low move, I should not be able to be thrown because you literally can't grab somebody who isn't fucking there, right? I get it. And I know that sounds like it contradicts when I say high should hit you, but I think if you duck a high, you should be able to duck a high attack. That's the whole point of it, right? But I think if you're mashing a button, whiffing a button, you should have to like return to neutral state. You shouldn't be able to just mash low buttons and stay low and duck under everything. I don't like that. I don't think that's conducive to like a good game or fun game. I don't think that does anything. I think that shit is trash. It needs to go, honestly. All right, so what we got? We got breakaway. We got low profiles. We got pokes. I already talked about making these more negative. That's how I feel. Oh, here's another thing. I think every character should have since the 9 frame mids are in the game, I say 9 to 11 frame mid. Every single character should have a 9, 10, or 11 frame mid string. Spawn's fastest is 12. That's it. And it's a wonky string. But it's 12 frames and it's a low. It's got 13 frames. Doesn't have it. Meanwhile, Noob Cybot, 9 frame, right? You combo off of it, all that kind of shit. And I believe they should be hit confirmable as well. Hit confirmable in the full combo because most are. I don't think I need to really add that to the list because most are already, but I think they should do that as well. But every single character in the game, it's just more shit to stop you from getting mashed on, right? Because characters who don't, if you don't have a 9, 10, or 11 frame mid, and it needs to have a certain kind of hitbox, right? And he's got this 12 frame, he's got a 9 frame high, get down one into that, but yeah, this is important. Because you want to mash, well, Spawn's not a good example, but you want to mash low post. You know what I mean? Cool. Cool. Like, and other characters have better mids than that, like Liu Kang, like all these other characters. Like, it's just like Jackie, like Cassie, like every character should have that luxury. I'm not saying all of them should be 9 frames, but they should all be at least 9, 10, or 11 frames. Every single character. There's no reason every character should not be able to stop getting mashed on. Like, that's stupid. I have a note that says balance the characters, but that's it's super general. But it just basically means is know your roster. Like, as a developer, know your roster, right? You know who the best characters in the game are. You know who they are. Don't butcher them. And they've done a really good job, NetherRealm, I will say. They've done a really good job not butchering characters. Like, with Liu Kang's been top tier forever, they barely toned him down. Cetrion's been top tier forever, they haven't really touched him. Johnny Cage was top tier, and they toned him down without butchering him, right? Like, he's still very good. Like, they haven't really killed any top tiers. Like, Gears players like to complain and say that he got butchered, but they're just all really fucking trash, and that character was extremely stupid on day one. Same with Air Black players. The character has always been good. I haven't seen really, off the top of my head, I'll probably have to look at the selection, but I can't really think of a character who was super top tier day one and is super trash now. Like, you can argue Sonya, but she's always been the same character. She never really got tweaked like that. She never got, like, the fucking Nerf hammer. She still fucking has a 50-50 bullshit that she's always had. She still has some of the best zoning in the game. People just found easier ways to win, and they're lazy and not good, so they play other characters. That's all it is. So yeah, for balancing the characters, just basically tone down the top tier a little bit, rise up, make the other characters a little better. And then this also goes along with my other video about like Jackson Liu Kang, right? Give us a reason to play other characters. This is what I really mean by balance. Give us a reason to play every character in the game. Even if the character isn't bad per se, if they have some tools, and tweak something, make something work a little simpler, a little more efficient, or make Liu Kang harder to play. How about that? You know what I mean? Make it more difficult to use as a character. Make forward 4 do no fucking damage. Make 2-bar combos on forward 4 do 19%. How about that? Like you did the Joker. Well, that's 1-bar combos, but still. And then, like, look at the characters nobody plays. Look at Frost. You know what I mean? Look at Spawn. Not that many people play Spawn. Look at the characters that you don't see people play that much and ask yourself why, and give people a reason to play them. Or look at the characters people play way too much and tone something down and tweak something so everybody doesn't just run to that character all the time. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by balance the roster. Give us a reason to play other characters. I could expound on that, but that would be the entire video. That would take 30 minutes, and I'm trying to make this video under 30 minutes, but oh man. I don't know if I'm gonna make that happen. I don't know if I'm gonna make that happen. Anyway, my next point. Oh, hold up. I forgot he's blocking. Crushing blows, right? We all love him. We all love him. I forgot he's got breakaway on. We all love him. I think crushing blows is a great mechanic. I made a video about it. Check out that video. But I think the damage is a little cartoony. I think the damage is a little fucking cartoony, if you ask me. I think the damage is a little bit insane. Like 31% on a crushing blow. And he's got 2 of them. Doesn't he have 2 of them? Oh, I thought he stopped. I always think he has 2 throw crushing blows, and he does not. I always think fucking Noob Saibot. Wait, it says he does. Am I just stupid? Oh, he does have 2. So what the hell? Whatever. Maybe something I'm forgetting. But yeah, I would tone down crushing blows a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. I don't think you need to get 50% off, 40+%. off every crushing blow. Like, it's a little excessive, and I know every character does it. Some characters crushing blow damage I think is okay. Like, you gotta think, like me and my brain, I think a regular combo should do like 28%, 29%, and then a crushing blow combo should do like 37, 38%. That's what I think. Like a regular combo should do like just under 30%. Crushing blow combo should do just under 40%. But because you gotta remember that and I mean a 1-bar combo, right? A 1-bar combo. Because you can always combo with a fatal blow. You can always use a second bar meter, etc., etc., etc. That's not real. But you get the point I'm trying to make, right? I think the damage is a little bit excessive. I like the mechanic. I like what they did. I like the visual aspect of it. You see, you know, I think that's cool. I think a lot of these are super fucking cool. I like that they stole the idea from Street Fighter. I like it, but every crush and blow I do with Spawn, I'm hitting at least 42%. And I think that's crazy. And I know that that's just Spawn, but other characters, man. Like, other characters fucking... Well, what is it? Guaranteed 31% unbreakable because you... What is that? Counter or punish? Hold on. Let me get this right. Yeah, counter or punish. If I punish you with my 9-frame mid, 31% unbreakable. I'll punish you with my 9-frame mid. Meanwhile, if I punish you with my 7-frame high, 30%. It's about the same. About the same. I don't want to complain about that. It's about the same. But I think it should be a little bit less than that. Just a little bit. You don't have to nerf them into the fucking ground. Just a little bit less. I think, like, we've all seen the clips where you, like, go against a Baraka player who crush and blows you once and then fatal blow combos you and you're dead. Like, that's silly. Or you get crush and blow 3 times in a round and you die. It's like, damn. Yeah, shit happened 3 times, but it's like, fuck, man. Like, you know what I mean? You just die. Like, it's like a fucking, I don't know, man. You just blow up. You explode in this game. And it's cool sometimes, but I think for overall long-term balance, it's not the best thing in the world. Like, I think throw crush and blows, honestly, should do about 26%. See how this 31%? Take 5% off that. Take 5% off of that. You don't off a throw when throws are a 50-50. And the answer to beating throws is ducking and not blocking. It's fucking terrifying. It's telling me not to block. And it also teaches people to mash. Like, taking a throw is almost not a... It's almost never a good idea. It's almost never a good idea. And a lot of other fighting games, you just take the throw. So I think regular throws, just regular throw, I think that should do 12%. And I think a throw, crush, and blow should do about 26%. That's just how I feel. I don't think throws... This game is hella strike throw mix, and characters who don't have that suffer. And I think if throws were a little bit less powerful, it would help rectify that. And just throws just shouldn't be that powerful anyway. It's 100% a 50-50. If you know they're gonna throw you, sure you can duck, but if you're wrong, you eat a combo. So if you ever want to play it safe and say fuck it, I'll just block. And if you block and they grab you, if you guess the wrong way, I mean, yeah, there's a tech OS where you can try to mash both. But online, I don't know how reliable that is. You still got to be fast enough to react to it, you know what I mean? So I think we can tone that down a little bit. Now, here's a part of the video. Hold on, let me drink some water for this. Because here's the part where I know y'all going to disagree. Here's the part where I know you're going to disagree. I know you're going to disagree. Now, fatal blow. Boom. Fatal blow. Spawn has the worst fatal blow in the game. It's lit. But these 2 fatal blows are not crazy. Noobs is good. It's good because it tracks. You know, it tracks. Is it low or is it mid? Oh, it's a mid. That sucks. But it tracks. You know, it's good. I personally, let's have him block it. This noob's talking about fatal blow block. Minus 23. Not minus enough. Not minus enough. First off, not minus enough. And look at that pushback. Minus 23 from here. What the fuck? Damn near safe. It is punishable by a number of characters. It is punishable. But you're not going to get the optimal super good punish that you want to get, right? So first things first. Here's the part y'all will agree with. Fatal blow should have no pushback on block. No pushback on block. None. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. I should not get pushed back on block on my super. Second thing is they should be minus 40. Every fatal blow in the game, minus 40 on block. Every fatal blow in the game, not minus 23, minus 40 on block with no pushback. So if I do it like this at point blank range, he's still at point blank range. That means he has all the time to think and do whatever max damage combo he wants to do. That's how fatal blow should be. And here's a change y'all not going to agree with. I think fatal blow should have frame 1 armor. 3 hits of frame 1 armor. 3 hits, frame 1. 3 hits of frame 1 armor. I don't know how many hits of armor it has now, but I know the armor doesn't start till frame 8. It was frame 5, and the community complained and said, the armor's too good because we don't want to fucking block. We want to keep mashing buttons in your face. No, bro. Fatal Blow should have armor. If you ever played any other fighting game in your life, you know what super moves are? Invincible. They have invincible startup. Do you know why? Because they're super moves. They're supposed to be ridiculous on startup. Mortal Kombat doesn't play the invincibility game, it plays the armor game, so fine, trade that invincibility with armor. In MK9, X-Rays had armor. In MKX, X-Rays had armor. In this game, like, they said, we'll give the armor on frame 5. No, give the armor on frame fucking 1. As soon as I do this, I should be armored. If there's a gap in your string and I mash Fatal Blow, guess what? You just got. But that puts it on you to not do shit with gaps in it, right? To bait out the Fatal Blow. Because if you bait it and they use it and you block, guess what? He's minus 40 in your face. You can get whatever combo you want. You can do an unbreakable combo, you can do whatever, you can do a full launch combo, whatever, you can do a crush and blow off a counter or punish, anything. He's dead to rights. You get to murder him for doing it. That's how I think it should be. I also think Fatal Blow should not regenerate. So if you use it and you whiff, you don't get it to the next round. GG's. And that sounds shitty, but if you got a crush and blow on Fatal Blow cooldown, hey, good for you. You had it for the rest of the round. Buff Joker. But no, that's I wanted to get that out there because I know people are gonna say, oh, Fatal Blow's not. People don't like the Fatal Blow armor and all that shit. I think Fatal Blows, here's the thing. Fatal Blows should be stupid on startup. They should be stupid. They should be. Like, wake up reversal Fatal Blow should be a thing. Like that, like every other fighting game, right? If I want to wake up Fatal, they should be silly. But they should be super fucking punishable. And this leads me into my next point. The next change I want to make, right? These aren't the characters I want on the screen. Come on. Let's get some new characters on the screen. Let's drink some water. Let's get some new characters on the screen. Because this perfectly
Thundercat, little punchy.
Perfectly leads me into my next point. Is that the right variation? This is the right variation.
Memory lane.
Alright, so we got crush and blows, get all that out of here. Boom. Oh, I'm getting through this list. This video is probably gonna be long as shit, but one other thing. Oh my god, one other thing. One other thing. Nerf jumping. That sounds pretty obvious and simple and general. But nerf jumping, and by nerf jumping I mean give jumping more startup frames. I don't know the exact amount, but when I was trying to test it out and figure it out, I think it's like after frame 3 you're airborne. You count as airborne, you're in the air, so you're jumping, you're off the ground, and you get treated as such if you get hit. In one of my tests, I don't know if that's accurate, but I double that shit, man. Make jumps more startup for you to jump, and you're in the air for longer. Make it more floaty, basically. Make jumps more floaty. Make jumps more floaty. In Street Fighter, jumps are way more floaty than in Mortal Kombat, and people still get jump-ins in high-level gameplay. It still happens. Jumps don't need to be this good. Nerf this shit. Nerf it into the fucking ground. I don't care if jump-ins in slow motion is super slow. Like we're playing in the fucking challenge tower. Stop jumping then, play footsies. Like, I really don't care. We got short hop. You can use that, you know what I mean? Jumping should be trash at high level. Like, this should never be a high level tactic. No. Jackie should have her leap because her jump is so trash. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. She should use leap because her regular jump sucks, and her leap should be nerfed too. But that's a different video. Anyway, now that that little thing was out of the way, here's about the last gameplay change. I think I got through all of the gameplay changes I want. Just a few online things after this. I think every fuck neutral special move like this, every fuck neutral special move should be minus 30 on block. Every single one. Every single one. Every single one. This, Johnny Cage's Shadow Kick, Scorpion's Teleport, Noob Saibot's Teleport, Sub-Zero Slide, every fuck neutral, so basically every low startup event, by low startup I mean like less than 20 frames, right? Or maybe even 20 frames, maybe even, I don't know. It varies with every character, right? It varies. Her dash plus starts up at 13 frames, which is very fast. For a move that can just happen in neutral, 13 frames is very fast. You can't like react to it. So I think all the moves like this should be minus 30 on block. All of them. 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 And the same goes for launchers. Same goes for launchers, right? If I want to do a string into a launcher, it should be minus 30 on block. It should be. It should be. Or for launchers, maybe you can make it minus 20. I don't know. Fuck, launchers can be, I'm a little more lenient with. They can be like minus 20, but like this. Look, watch this. Minus 27, as it fucking should be. As it fucking should be. Should be minus 30. All of these, a move that takes you from way over here, getting zoned or whatever the fuck, to bring you in, and I'm in your fucking face now, minus 30. Minus 30, every single one. Now, the alternative to that, if you don't think they should be minus 30, they would all need a visual cue and more startup. Like, they would need a wind up. Like Jackie would have to fucking wind up her dash punch. Wind up her dash punch and then do it or something. Like, she would have to do this and then dash punch. Not the full animation, but you get the point, right? There would need to be a whole wind up animation that's 8 more frames or 10 more frames to justify this being safe on block, right? I do not believe that for a second that any of these moves, and let's go to select screen real quick. Like I said, with launchers, I'm a little more lenient. They can be minus 20, but every special move that launches you for a combo should be unsafe. Should be unsafe. Let's look at every. Oh my God, we gotta talk about Kodo. Hold on. We gotta talk about him a little bit, just a little bit, just a fucking little bit, man. Also, I think every character should have a fuck neutral move in every variation, and every character should have an armor breaker in every variation. Just throwing that out there. Shiva shouldn't be in the game. Get rid of her. She shouldn't be in the game. I'm sorry, she shouldn't be in the game. She shouldn't. And I would say that it's not nothing against Shiva fans, but there are no Shiva fans. Let's keep it a stack, bro. None of y'all are like, oh my God, I love Shiva so much. Like, no, you're not. No, you don't. Stop lying. Stop fucking lying. Stop fucking lying. Now, this is something that I talked about. Did I talk about it in the video? I don't even really remember, honestly. I know I was going to, but maybe I never. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Basically, so Kodokan. Yeah, there we go. Cat moves, right? So these are fuck neutral moves. If you don't know what a fuck neutral move is, there's plenty of videos about it from other people, but I did a video about it myself. Feel free to watch any of those videos, and we'll say some form of the same shit and let you know. Now, the reason I have Kodo here is because he has this move, right? He's full screen getting zoned out. He's going to turn into a tiger. It's minus 12, right? If you EX it, it's minus 7. Completely fucking safe on block. Do you know how stupid this is? Let me show you something. I haven't even tested this, so I don't know. I haven't even tested this, so I don't know. Hold on. Nah, I need a better projectile than this. I want to see if this has any projectile immunity. This is what I'm trying to see. Because I don't think it'll tell me in the... Yeah, it won't tell me. Oh, the EX is projectile vulnerable. So look, you know what that means, bro? That means if I spend 1 bar on meter and I'm completely full screen, projectile immune and I'm in your face for free. Well, for 1 bar. For 1 bar, I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. And you can't shoot me, you can't projectile me to get me out of it. So if you're zoning me out, which you probably want to do to this guy, you're zoning him out. He spins a bar meter and he's in. And that's not all. Got a dive kick. It ain't like Kung Lao's dive kick, because look what happens when he hits you. One, it's only minus 12, minus 15, minus 13, but it doesn't pop you back like Kung Lao's does, right? Now, what happens if you EX this? Minus 4? Plus 1 on block. Do you think there should ever be a fuck neutral move that's plus on block? I think that's the dumbest shit in the fucking world. This is why all these moves need to be minus 30. Like, you can make dive kick minus 30 at the head, and if you get it lower down here, so a little more minus. Shit, I think Frost's dive kick should be unsafe too. This is for every character, bro. Every character. Now, because you end up with shit like this. See blocking? End up with shit like this. Minus 3. A teleport low attack that's minus 3 on block. If you don't know, like, it kind of forces you to try to learn this character and go in the lab and learn. Like, why can't I just use my fighting game fundamentals and knowledge to say, oh, she just did a fucking teleport low sweep. She's probably unsafe. You know what I mean? And try to punish her, and you can get smoked for it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. This shit should be minus 30, and if you EX it, it should also be minus 30. Like, no ifs, ands, and buts about it, buddy. You should be, if it doesn't work, you should die. Like, you should be terrified of using this move, is how I feel. I feel like if you're a Scorpion player, you should be terrified of doing the teleport. Just like I should be terrified of the teleport. You know what I mean? I think that should go both ways. I don't think people should be encouraged, like Jade players who just do Shadow Kick over and over and over and over and over again. No, no, fuck no. You should not be encouraged to have that kind of play style. You should die for doing it. If you play, every time I play, every time I do this move, I die. Yeah, you should start to learn. Maybe I shouldn't do that move. Maybe I should do other moves. What else does she have? You know what I mean? Like, what else do we have? What can we do? Anyway, so far, I think that's it for gameplay related changes. Now we just got a few for online. So first thing for online I have is good netcode. Good netcode. That's pretty straightforward. I would try to change the netcode. First thing is I would add besides good netcode, it's not real. I would add a decline button for ranked matching at 100 ping. For those of you who don't know, look, this is the account I didn't play in ranked on. For those of you who don't know, in ranked matching, you cannot decline a match until the ping is 150. But if you've ever played this game online, you know that whatever it says the ping is at, it is going to be less than what it is when a match starts. So it might say the ping is 112, but once it starts, it jumps up to 160. So you can imagine what happens when it says the ping is 145 and you can't disconnect. It doesn't give you the option to disconnect. You get a loss if you disconnect. So when you're playing for points in ranked games online, it's like, damn, this is a 140 ping match. I really don't want to play this shit, but if you quit, you lose points. You'll never rank up. You know what I mean? And I don't know if they have some kind of secret blacklist for people who quit. That should not exist. You should not be punished for quote unquote rage quitting. If you don't want to play somebody, you should have a blacklist. And that's the next thing I have on this list. I think there should be a blacklist. Like Capcom, CFN has a lot of issues, but at least they added a blacklist. You should be able to put players you don't ever want to play on that list. I would have a ton of players on the blacklist because I don't want to play them. And I gain nothing from playing them. Like, there are a ton of people that I play online halfway through the set. Like, they win one round or something. I just get on the mic and say, look, man, you can have it. You can have the win. I don't really care. I don't gain anything from this. Like, certain types of play styles, like, I don't learn from, and it's literally more of a waste of my time, and it's more mentally draining than anything. Like, even if I will get a few points from winning, it's not worth like the effort. So yeah, we definitely need a blacklist. Oh, here's another one. I feel like if you decline somebody twice, Decline as in when you get matched up against them, the ping's too high, 150, 180, 200, whatever it is. If somebody pops up, you decline them. Boom. Bam. They're gone. If they show up a second time and you decline them again, they should never show up to play you again. Even if it says the ping is under 150 this time, no. It should never show up again, ever. Because there are too many times when somebody shows up, it says ping's 180, you decline, you play somebody else, whatever, blah, 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 blah. They show up again, boom, ping is 140, now you gotta play them. And guess what happens as soon as the match starts? Ping jumps up to 200, and it's trash. It's trash. That shit should be gone. If I decline somebody, I'm gonna say twice. First time, man, shit can happen. You can accidentally decline somebody once, blah, blah, blah. A lot of shit can happen. If you decline somebody twice in ranked matching, you see their name pop up, the ping's over 150, which is red flag number 1, and you decline them once or you decline them twice, they shouldn't show up. The same with the little disconnect symbol at the end of the screen. If that ever shows up, and isn't gone within a second, disconnect the match. Like, if it shows up once and everything else has been fine, cool. But if it's been on the screen for like 3 seconds or it's showing up 3 different times, disconnect the match, buddy. Just disconnect the match. Y'all all saw the match I had against that Scorpion player where that shit was like that for the entire match. Look at it. Look at my videos. It's there. The worst, the laggiest match in fighting game history is not cap. That is not clickbait. It's not clickbait. I'm gonna put that in the title. It's not clickbait. The last thing I want to change about online, well, not the last thing, honestly, because there's more shit. Like, I think there should be more ranks in Kombat League, honestly. I probably can't pull them up no more, huh? Nah, I can't pull them up. But Kombat League only has 9 ranks. If you look at other video games, other fighting games, fucking Street Fighter has 3 bronze leagues, then 3 silver leagues, and 3 gold, and 3 platinum, then 3 diamond, and 3 master, then warlord. Like, there should be way more than just 9 ranks. Like, it pushes everybody together too closely. I think there should be more. It doesn't need to be like 18, but shit, man, throw like 12 or 15, shit, something. I don't think 9 is enough. I think we need to weed people out a little bit more. But I think gameplay changes will be important because it'll encourage people to actually think and play and not just mash and spam low posts. But yeah, the last thing I want to have for online, the last change I want to make to online is winning matches online unlocks gear and skins. That isn't really about the gameplay of the game, but I do think that if you play online, you should be able to unlock costumes. Like, cause if I go to a character, and this is my first account that I played the story mode on and all that shit, right? So if I go to customize, I go to a character who I beat 5 towers for, I got all the crypt chests for, I played in the shit ton of games with. If I go to Frost, and I go to cosmetics, right? Look how many skins I still don't have. 1, 2, look. What's this, 5? 5, 10, 15, 16, like. And that's the character I played the absolute most. Imagine a character I played some, but not as much as her, right? Well, Joker, always DLC. But yeah, I should have fucking everything unlocked. Like, if I go to gear, I'm still missing 10 of those. Still missing 9 of those. Still missing 9 of those. Like it's like, oh, you gotta wait till this one tower that's comes around every other month, and like, no, that's stupid. Let me unlock the shit through playing online. Let me just unlock it that way. Like, why do I need to go through weird towers? No, bro, no. It's cool that things are unlockable in the towers at the time, but they should also be unlockable in just playing online. It's like how they have Kombat League skins. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that would be cool. But anyway, that about does it for my list, man. This video is probably really long, and I'm sorry about that in advance, but it's pretty much all the changes I would make to this game to fix it for the better. How I would make this game be a little bit better, a little more fun to play, a little more bearable. Pokes would not be as abusable or as good to use, but they would still have their use, right? Like, if you landed down one, you're plus 15, you can do whatever you want now. So it still has a use. There's still a good reason to do it. But it wouldn't be abusable because you can't land 3 down ones in a row anymore. If somebody blocks your down one, it's their turn now. They don't have to just down one back. No, they can do a full mid string because everybody has a mid that's 9, 10, or 11 frames, right? So that means you're -7. I do an 11 frame button. That means it's coming out in 4 frames. That means nothing you do can interrupt it. It doesn't matter what character I'm playing. Like, this is a little more about why I want certain changes like this. Like, it doesn't matter if I'm playing Frost, if I'm playing Liu Kang, if I'm playing Fujin, if I'm playing, well, yeah, Fujin, because his will be 11 frames. Yeah, it wouldn't matter because if you poke me and I block it, I can now do my mid string. So you're not just gonna keep mashing pokes, or you can, but I'm just gonna keep doing mids to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's why changes like that. A little more insight into what I'm thinking. And I think the fatal blow change I explained for the most part, but I think super moves are supposed to be ridiculous in fighting games. If you look at any fighting game, every character has wake up super. It's invincible. It's fast for the most part. And if you don't respect it, you're gonna get clapped. But that's the whole thing. It's supposed to teach you respect. You're supposed to, if I have fatal blow, you should respect it. It doesn't mean that you can't do anything. It just means respect it. And if they use their fatal blow, if they use it, it's gone. Gone for the rest of the round. You don't got to worry about it until you get them under 30% in another round. So you know what I mean? Like, just stuff like that. I think that a super move should be good and have some use. It shouldn't be trash. It should have a use. I think that's why they took fatal blows away from meter. So because when fatal blows were tied to meter or X-rays were tied to meter, nobody would ever use them. There was always a better reason to use the meter. Like, there was a very few characters who would use their X-ray because it wasn't necessary, right? Same with supers, but they want more people to use them. Cool, I get you, but balance it, bro. Balance it. Give me a reason to play Frost. Give me a reason to play fucking Cetrion, Sindel. Give me a reason to play Collector. Give me a reason to play Arnold. Give me a reason to play Kano. Give me a reason to play Jackson, not Liu Kang. You know what I mean? Give me the reason to play Fujin and not Kung Lao. Other than, oh, I think he looks cool. Yeah, I think they all look cool, but I need a better reason than that. Anyway, this is just all my thoughts and feelings, everything that I would change about this game. Like I said earlier in the video, let me know what y'all think. Do y'all agree? Do y'all disagree? Do y'all have some other changes, other ideas? Let me know. We can brainstorm a bunch of shit and send it to NetherRealm. They're not going to do it, but it would be fun. It would be cool to do, you know? And here's the thing. Even though most of these changes will never happen to this game, I hope that at least me making these videos one day, maybe they see them one day or somebody does and they end up changing the next game, right? Because the game that's coming after this is still in development. They can change literally anything about the game and we would never know. So for anyone who ever wonders what's the point of videos like this, because they can shape the future, hopefully, ideally. But I don't have enough people watching my videos, so if you are watching, please subscribe. Helps me out a lot. If you like the video, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what y'all thinking. But I've been talking for a long ass time. I'm gonna get out of here and keep drinking my water. So yeah, JSF, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for this one. I appreciate everybody who supports or just watches my videos and hates me. Hey man, it's all good. I feel it. I'm annoying sometimes. But I'm out of here, man. Y'all stay safe. Subscribe for more content.